Okay, so what I'm getting from this energy is that somebody is waiting for you to catch up, or somebody is waiting for somebody to catch up. Like you're getting yourself together or fixing some things, and whatever is for you is waiting for you. Like you don't have to chase it down, or also like you're following behind somebody. You guys are both going to the same place, and maybe you lost sight of this person that you're following. They're gonna pull over to the side and wait for you, something like that. Some people riding on horseback. Some people's thoughts kind of, some guys thinking in the same sense. Yeah, like whoever this is that's communicating, if you feel lost, whoever it is that you're learning from is not trying to lose you. They definitely want you to follow what they're doing, understand what's saying. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is coming out. Yeah, okay, so this person wants you to pick up what they're putting down, is what I'm getting. They're not trying to lose you. They're not trying to throw you off. And maybe I'm talking to somebody who's learning to align their thoughts in in an appropriate way without feeling insecure or paranoid. But what am I getting from this? Okay, so Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like maybe this person is pretending like they're trying to lose you. I feel like um, this is coming off as being something like a friendly banter. Like somebody's playing hard to get, but they don't really want to be hard to get. They really want you to get them. They want to be understood. Somebody is playing like they're misunderstood, but they're trying to make things easy for you. Okay. And also, I feel like they're working through some issues. Something happened in the past with them. Something from a previous relationship, I feel like has something to do with money. This person, and I feel like it's dealing with this Queen of Wands. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is somebody is moving into a more mature level and thinking in a more mature sense, and getting over this past experience of somebody who tried to control you with money. And but I feel like at the time it didn't seem as detrimental as it is turning out to be, because you might not have been on that mature level at the time. Like somebody bet that you couldn't lose weight or something, and they say if you lost weight, they'll give you some money for it, or bet that you wouldn't finish school, or things like this. And then it kind of it was like, all right, well, I can do it for the money, but it's deeper than that, because then it got to a point where you just didn't care about the money anymore, and that's a place where you just didn't want to be. Like you almost kind of went backwards in terms of understanding the value of money, finances, or whatever. It's like you put too much worth on it in the past, because your health is more important than some money, and your education is more important than whatever it is you were being offered. And now I feel like somebody has to regain a respect for the economy. Like somebody just has to learn um, how to want things because you want them. Like what somebody is learning their worth. Okay, somebody is learning how to value life. That's what I'm getting. Look at the world in reverse. Yeah, like somebody is looking at the world like it's just nothing's worth it. I feel like whoever this is maybe going too deep, like analyzing things too deep, and also being negative. Like they're valuing negativity, and then there needs to be a balance. Like you can ride the wave of positivity as well, because somebody felt like like life was just too hard, and so yeah, I'm getting this vibe very much. Like they just wanted to end things, and because they just made things too difficult for themselves because they like a challenge. So all you have to do at this point for some people, it is very simple, just to to not be so hard on yourself. And it's time for things to be easier. You got to make things easier for yourself. And don't punish yourself for making things difficult at some point. So somebody might have been challenged in the past, maybe physically, emotionally, mentally challenged, and you followed that wave and it went somewhere you didn't really necessarily want it to go. Somebody might have lost their life. I'm just seeing this very clearly with this. Yeah, I feel like somebody was putting themselves in a risky situation and they didn't as far as it did. And maybe somebody died to themselves or some past experience, personalities, forgetting some things that troubling you. It's okay to let those memories go. All right. It's okay to move on. All right. So I feel like for some people looking into this area, whatever it is that's causing you stress is the problem. Like somebody needs to move on, move around. Somebody is focused on one thing. They're fixating on something. And the fixation alone is the problem. It's almost like somebody that bites their nails. And now you have the wands again. Like somebody needs too much control. I'm getting that like it's this nervous fixation. You want things to be balanced. You want things to be symmetrical and even. You're a perfectionist, whoever this is. And this is the problem with perfectionism is that things just aren't perfect. They're flawed. And so it can become addictive because you know that what you're working at is never going to end. Seventh-day Adventist, maybe I'm talking to. I'm just getting that from this Saturday and modest. Somebody celebrating Saturday as a Sunday. You're my rock, somebody is saying. The Holy Spirit is coming in abundantly for you. And also, the Holy Spirit is somebody's rock. Somebody is very spiritual and almost grounded in something that somebody else can't see. So people following you, if you lose track of what you're doing, they're going to fall. And almost like your whole world will fall apart because they are your whole world. And so you remain grounded in your faith despite what the negative naysayers say around you. Also, something about absorbing other people's energy. Anything you absorb is going to be neutralized because you're so spiritual. Someone's trying to get along with your friends. They want to be part of your circle. But I'm also getting that they might end up turning their back on you once they receive whatever it is they're looking for. This person coming into your life is trying to ride on, basically they're trying to ride on spirituality, because that's what I'm picking up here. Because you let the spirit in, they're trying to pretend that they're spiritual, or they want to be connected to people that you are connected to, so that you can trust them. But I feel like once they get wherever they're going, they're gonna turn their back on you, or basically like get in your face just to ignore you. Somebody approaching you. This is Christ. For some people that don't accept Christ, they might see him as the Antichrist, or just they're not ready to allow someone in their life that doesn't submit to them. Somebody who is not going to be controlled by you. Somebody, this is for some people, this is their husband coming in, and it's maybe somebody is doing some things that you just never tolerated in the past. Somebody is desperate, or maybe this person is acting desperate because that's what you're attracted to. This is for some people. But then I'm seeing Judas. I'm seeing Judas here, like allowing Judas into his discipleship to turn their back on him. God reigneth over the heathen. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. Something about Judas is scary. Somebody's going to come in and betray you. Somebody pretending to be your friend. Also, I'm getting people analyzing your behavior, like, but they analyze you because they're not from your team. They're not on your side. But that's like whatever they're giving up, they seem off because they are off. But they're not trying to. That's not what they're trying to do something much worse than just be off. I feel like they're trying to turn you in or something. But of course, this is only going to come back to you as a blessing. It's only going to be a blessing in the long run because they're part of your wish fulfillment. They're fulfilling your prophecy. This person that thinks they're betraying you're opening up doors to be betrayed in some way. It's something strategic that's happening here. And I'm also getting that this could be coming from a mother, like somebody that looked on this person like a mother or nurturing. They were nurturing this person in some way, and them betraying you is very deep. Is actually getting you closer to your goals in some way. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Maybe like releasing the tension or releasing control is exactly what you want. And maybe this person coming into your life and ignoring you what you want. Somebody that you can actually watch or just be ignored by. Maybe this is somebody who gets a lot of attention and you don't need to be stared at. You don't need anybody's attention. For real, for real. So this person coming in pretending like they care, but they really don't, is exactly what you want. Now, faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Whatever this is that you're manifesting, I feel like you figured if you don't get what you want, then you're going to want something you don't want, then you won't get it. Or vice versa. Like, you know, it's not what it seems to be, is what I'm getting. So whoever this is, like they're playing hard to get, but they're not really hard to get. They're only playing hard to get because whoever this is they're attracting wants to feel like they're uh, conquering something. And God will meet all your needs according to his glorious riches in Christ Jesus. Whatever it is that you want, going through your whole encrypted desires, secretive wishes, God is on your side. Is already, you know, however it's coming out right now, this message, you understand it. Is already in your language, is what I'm getting. Let us not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day. Okay, so whoever that message is for, somebody is contacting you with your own language, and so you can understand what's going on with them. I feel like somebody is righteous in their own eyes, almost like a self-righteousness, and it's a whole team of them. They're jealous, something about wicked, but they're also kind of trying to call you wicked. Any messages from here? It's like, what are we getting from this? Something that you control. Synchronicity. All right, so I'm getting something like you control whether people sync up with you and relate to you and connect with you. You have complete control over that. But I'm also feeling like they're always kind of lurking and waiting for you, like a switch. Like you could turn on the switch, you could turn off the switch. And this has to do with life and death. Like you decide between life and death. Something about separation. And then we have a sister separation. Okay, so I feel like for you, flipping a switch between life and death is just one or the other. And there's almost like they're mirroring each other. Even though they're opposites, it's still one or the other, doesn't matter to you. Like you can go back and forth between worlds and it doesn't matter. It's for the love of your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Okay, so whoever this is, you can go between worlds. And I feel like sometimes, or maybe this is the case, why you keep switching back over from life and death is because you're cleaning. Like that's just the way you move. So people cling to you, and you can go into the death. You can go into the world of darkness. You can go into darkness, and then they lose your trail. Then you can come back into the light, and then the darkness is afraid of the light. Whoever this is, you go back and forth, almost like zigzagging, and that's just the way you move. Some people cannot track your movements, and it has to do with you being able to forgive your past. So they're trying to pin you down, like nail you to a cross, so they can have control over you and say, "Oh, well, you're bad because of this." But as long as you forgive yourself and Christ forgives you because you forgive others and you ask for forgiveness, you have a clean slate. So and they can't remember anything that you don't give them access to. So if you don't give them access to this information, they don't know anything about you. And that's kind of how it is. Like you can flip the switch. You can flip between this being a good situation or a bad situation. It doesn't matter either way. You're surviving. You can eat either way. You can sleep peacefully either way. Somebody is going to call you. He loves to see your improvements. So whoever this is calling you, they really want to see how you're doing, and more specifically, what's good in your life. They want to know the good news for some people. So, I also feel like you complaining is also just music to their ears. Either way, they just want to hear from you, and what they're judging is not necessarily what you're saying. It's more so a spiritual thing. Like you're upbeat about it, you're on track, you can focus on yourself, you're not getting distracted by sticks breaking in the park outside or whatever. Like you're not paranoid is what they're getting. So even if you're complaining about the dog or this or that, it's not really you complaining. It's just you having a decent conversation with this person, and they love to hear your voice. Someone says, "I want to be like you." Somebody is inspired by you. They say you complete them. They just like being in a relationship with you. They like being part of your life. They like talking to you because they're learning from you. And this is what I'm getting from this page of swords, which we didn't really go over too much detail, but this person is learning to think clearly because they listen to you and you think clearly. So just by listening to you, their brain makes the same connected synapses or neurological connections, and it teaches them how to think clearly. This person is normally high strung, but this could also be a personality that you possess and you're learning to develop and strengthen. So, yeah. Someone says, I want you to be the best version of yourself. They want you to grow and improve. They love hearing that you're doing well. They like to hear positive things. And now I'm hearing that this is literal positive good news messages, like good news. Okay. So somebody's definitely calling. Also, I feel like this has to do with your thoughts and your prayers. It's like you're not always complaining about things and you're just grateful for things. And also, like, you're going really deep into that gratitude because it shows that you think on a deeper level. Somebody saying, let's go there. Like being grateful for such specific situations because you think very deeply about things. So it's not just like I'm grateful for shelter and clothes, and you're grateful for your ability to maintain your own body temperature. I mean, that's a really big deal for some people. No one has ever listened to me like you have. And also something to do with you just listening to yourself, listening to your body. You can eat when you're hungry, what type of food you like to eat. Yeah, I feel like somebody's doing really well. And it's so complicated. I mean, there's so many levels to how well you're doing because you understand how it be. And that's only because of your concern for people in the world. And it just shows that you're a really deep thinker. Okay? You delight in yourself. You love yourself. And whoever this is calling you that wants to talk to you loves to hear you loving yourself. It's something really healing about that energy that you cultivate. And the fact that they're in your presence and learning what self-love even is, they can get over their own griefs and heal. No temptation has seized you except that is common to man, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it. What I'm getting from the stand up under it is almost like you understanding and then being covered in God's wing and living in his shadow. But under the sun, he saith, but unto the sun he saith, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Maybe I'm pronouncing scepter wrong. Something about government. And then I'm hearing something about the prodigal son and you holding on. Any more messages? Maybe you're going to have some benefit from, maybe this is you benefiting from yourself. Maybe being able to look over yourself, listening to yourself, maybe like reading old entries in a journal and just seeing the way you think and how much you love yourself is so beneficial to you in the future. King of Cups. Okay, this is Nine of Cups. Maybe also this could be something about you being cranky and just admiring it about yourself. Like it comes off as being very adorable. Queen of Swords. Yeah, Queen of Swords is the BITCH. Maybe somebody can resonate with that energy, and it's just coming off as being adorable in the future because it's like you are who you are, and that's what's so attractive about you, and you can love that about yourself. Even if people are upset with you for not giving into their demands, you're not upset with yourself. I just like the feeling you give me. Somebody is receiving their karma, very good karma. You have racked up, okay, and you're cashing in. And also, somebody is really unhappy about this. They don't like the fact that you've done so many good things and that you get to benefit from your own pessimism. Is this making sense for somebody? Because it's like, it doesn't make sense. Somebody says you are beautiful. It doesn't make sense to the people copying you because they are trying to follow rules and they're saying you're breaking the rules, but they look at you and they see that they want to be like you, but who you are is against everything they stand for. So on one hand, they want to be just like you because you look like something they want to be like because they're kind of backwards, but within themselves, you're unable to be tracked. They can't keep track of you. They can't put you in a box. And that's what's beautiful about you. That they can never be like you. Nobody can be like you because you're you, individual. Okay. It says, but God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. So I feel like you had to do a lot of fighting. You had to fight a lot of people, and that build up this unique disposition that is terrifying. While you were out there slaying dragons and slaying demons, okay, covered in the blood of Christ, because Christ died for you, God still loves you.